Okay, once you have created a PDF file from an article online, the teacher has saved it, has also put the PDF file in several spots or several locations in the teacher's My Big Campus. The teacher has made an assignment, and I'm logged in as a student right now, and I go to my schoolwork, and I see the article. This has been assigned to me. Diesel fumes can cause cancer. So I open it up, and it says read the attached article. While reading, annotate the article you will want to identify main ideas and supporting information. Along the sides, be sure to create marginal notes. So I see that it accepts late submissions. I see that I can resubmit if I've done something incorrectly. I see there's also a discussion thread that I can click on before or after I read it. Maybe as a student, I'm probably, especially myself, I'm not that interested, so I might put, why do I have to read this? Right? We'll probably see some of that throughout the year in the discussion thread, and we'll have to discuss with the student appropriate comments and inappropriate comments, and maybe you might deem this to be one. So I'm going to go ahead and put that down just for fun, and we'll add post so you can see it. And there it is. And I'm also going to then go back to my schoolwork, and here's the article. And I clicked on it. Now I have to download it. The student is definitely going to want to figure out where they want it to go, or after they've downloaded it, it's in their download file. Once they open it up, they will want to, they could export it or duplicate it, but they have to do something in order to manipulate it. They have to save a version of it. I just like to go to export. It's simple. And I'm going to put it on my desktop, and it's PDF, and I'm going to hit save. And now it's saved. And what I'm going to do is, here's the article. Once you click this button, you're going to have all of these wonderful tools. And also, since it has more than one page, you click this, you'll notice how the pages come up here to the side. You can also click this, and it's shown just as a list, or you can do this way, and now you see all the pages. But if I double click on the one, it should come back up. There it is. And so I've got my pencil, I've clicked it, and here you can see that a student can draw an arrow. You can change color. So I can do that. I can also manipulate that arrow. I'm going to leave it right there. And here's the highlighter. Again, they can change the color of their highlighter. While they're reading the article, they may feel like the author might be of some importance. So maybe they're going to come over here and just highlight the author. They were given the task of trying to find the main idea. And I think that is definitely a main idea. Also, I might want to identify that it's from the WHO, or the World Health Organization. That is of course, a worldwide respectable organization. And then as they're reading, they're going to find more things to highlight. They might want to highlight this so they know what that acronym is for. Maybe they've decided that as they're reading along, they would like to have subpoints, maybe in different colors. And maybe they figured that's a subpoint, and they want to change that to blue. Well, shoot. Let me highlight it again. Maybe we'll change it to blue this time. Yep. And so they have different means here. They can do highlighting. They can also come up here, and maybe they want to identify that, man, there were 2 studies done, or only 2 studies. They can underline that, hopefully. And so now I have it highlighted and underlined. They can also strike through if they wish. If they would like to do a text box, maybe they can do that here, and this could be their text box. And they can play around with this in color. Maybe they just want it to be black. They can also play around with the font. Maybe they would like Times. Maybe they want it italicized. And maybe they like to have it just a little smaller. They can do that. And I'll leave that up for now. And then they can also do, instead of a text box, they can do a speech bubble. Maybe they have, I like this view, maybe they would like to make sure that they say something in class. And so they're going to go here and say, my dad has a diesel and it smells terrible. But he has always had a diesel. I wonder if this will cause him problems. So maybe maybe they just have something that they want to share in class. I know that sounds pretty trivial, and it kind of is, but you know, maybe still that to them that would be important, and they would like to share that with the class. And oh, wrong thing. So here they have a speech bubble. They also have access to a thought bubble. Maybe that information that we just typed is probably more of a thought bubble. But you know, here again, they can click in there. They can type in this area. They also have access to marginal notes, and this is a really cool feature. Maybe here they want to add something. They can add a video clip. They can add, you know, they can have a YouTube video that they want to show. Maybe something on cancer, or maybe you want to have a link to the American Cancer Society or a link to the World Health Organization, and maybe they want to write, here's their marginal notes, and in their marginal notes, maybe they're going to analyze the article. 2 studies, does that really count as true research? Shouldn't they conduct more studies to actually be newsworthy? So maybe maybe you do that. Like I said, you could also have a link to American Cancer Society, or perhaps to the studies. Maybe you find those online, and it's something you guys want to discuss. But this is a really neat feature. Again, they could change the color. If they don't like the purple, they can do yellow. Maybe you can even have it color-coded with different things that you want them to perform, different types of notes. Also here, they can add lines. Maybe here they want to add in this, oh, shoot. Maybe here they want to do lines, I think. No, that's not going to work. Okay, I'm not sure why the line and the arrows are not working. Here's type again, and here's also encryption locks. Okay, so this is basically how you do a really quick editing or annotating of the article. Usually what I've been able to do is I've been able to select the arrows, and I've been able to draw the arrows. Maybe it changes it here. No, but I can draw a line. I can draw an oval. You can do a rectangle. And the arrows are kind of nice if the students are wanting to make sure they specifically point something out. But the kids really like the idea of being able to annotate this way. A lot of students love the color. And if you have a key then you can come up with common language that every time you see a bubble that is a thought bubble, such as this, that reminds students of something that they want to do. Maybe it's just something they were thinking of, and maybe they were curious if everybody else thought the same thing. Maybe this is the actual speak button or the speak bubble where students want to make sure that they give their input into the discussion. And I do know that some teachers have used that feature where students must say 2 or 3 things in a group discussion. This article, I don't know if it's really deep enough to actually spark too much conversation, but it is an example. So that is how you would annotate an article, and it's really a lot of fun, and students become very active in their reading. They'll read through it once just for understanding, and then go back through and accomplish the tasks that they need to accomplish. And they'll find that eventually they'll get to a point where they can't ever read anything without annotating. It's the same idea as us, or for us when we had pens and pencils and highlighters in college, and we would annotate our college textbooks. And this is exactly the same idea, same flexibility, but there's an awful lot of variety that they're allowed to use. So it's a really interesting, cool tool, and a really cool tool that I think students will enjoy, and you'll find to be very helpful. Now, what they can do is they can save this, and I would highly recommend that they do an export just to double check. And I'd keep the same title, and I'd hit desktop, and I'd hit save. And it's going to ask me if I want to replace them and say yep, but then I know what I just did here is going to be fine, because then I'm going to get out of that and I have to go back to my schoolwork, and you're going to go here, and here it is. And now what I can do is submit my answer. So I'm going to go here, and here it is. And I'm watching it upload. There it is. Hit close. And then I hit submit. And the teacher then will receive that, and notice over here that it shows me that I've already done it. And if I go to your submissions, if I give it time, it will show up in the your submissions folder too. So sometimes I notice there's a little bit of a lag time before it actually shows up. So students should not panic. Okay, that is how you annotate an article if you have a school student assignment, how a student would do it. And now as a teacher, I would go back into my big campus and I should find the submission. Thank you.